Go for it.
You beat me today, and quite to the top. Yeah, welcome to 4 p.m. everybody. Hello, my name is Dean Stevenson. This is 4 p.m. and welcome to Mona for the first timers here. Please welcome the quartet for today. G1, Hayato, Caleb, and... You can applaud, come on. G1, Hayato, Caleb, and Brett! Okay, it's important because what they're about to do is something very special. I've written a piece of music today, and which is what 4 p.m. is about. It's a new music every day, and they haven't seen it, so they're going to do a thing called sight reading. We call it a rehearsal. So they're professional readers. They're going to read it for the first time, and we're going to do it in front of you. So we're lifting the hood on the machine. You'll see all the cogs. You'll hear us, we'll have fights, we'll slap and poke each other's eyes out, and it'll be terrible, but it'll be really fun. No, we don't do that. It's professional here at 4 p.m. Today is an interesting day. Some days are a complete fresh start, blank page, but today I rescued a little phrase, which I can't think now because I've got that curtain raised piece in my head. I rescued it from Saturday, a little waltzy thing. And I went, that's really good. The rest of it's like just a storm of notes. But this little 4-bar thing, I like that. So I started with that. I didn't start the piece with that. I wrote up to that. So I seeded my day with that little piece. And I called Saturday's piece the Democracy Sausage Waltz because it was election day. That's been and gone. So now today's piece, I think, is just the Sausage Waltz, or Waltz of the Sausages. Anyway, you're about to have a go at today's piece. You'll hear us talk about it back and forward. If you do see this screen here, you'll watch the score that I wrote today whiz by on the screen. If you can't see the screen, there's a paper copy of today, but don't take that home, I will need that back. And today I've been doing it now for 431 days. This is 431 days, thank you. All right, let's go with day 431. Hello everyone, how are you going?
Yes, good.
Right.
Good.
Okay, so it says Prestissimo, we'll get up to that.
Sorry.
So what happens on beat 2, you hold over, bit, ba, and you go over the top. Now when you have, in the beginning here, like bar 3 and 4, the little kind of really diminuendo, and then second violin has it from bar 5, there's a little mumbly in the background. From the top again, 1, 2. Good, hold there. I just sight read that for the first time. They're very, very clever. Worth applause. Thank you. Okay, any questions about all that? So yes, whenever you, sorry, one thing I didn't do, and I'm realising now, I think that whenever you say that but, like in bar 2, bit, but, bit, bar, give that detail a little bit of a bite. I think that'd be good. Yeah. Thank you. Accent. Where's my accent thing? Ah, there it is. Technology. Yay. Okay. Any questions about any of that? Anybody?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. No, not yet. Okay. We'll go from second time bar, please. Here we go. First. Okay, cool. Nice work. Any of that a problem? No, looking good. Okay. Not a lot of pencil action, which means our 4 p.m. drinking game isn't going to do well today. Yes. Okay, and we're up to the dreamy section. Shall we give that a go? Let's go from the top, but no repeat, just play straight through. Tempo up a bit to see if we can do it.
From the beginning?
From the beginning, yeah, but no repeat. 1, 2. Second time bar. C. Cover that, all good. Tempo, but I think it's better a bit quicker, isn't it? Yeah, skip along. I want you to think of sausages. I want you to just hold sausages in your head. This is the waltz of the sausages. It's probably not the right name, but I'm going to stick with it. And we are going to all think of sausages by the end of this piece. Sausages do whatever they do. Whatever they do in your mind. Let's not talk about that. Now, just give me a Q&A as well, so just not all just us. If you have any questions or queries about anything you're seeing, let's have a chat. So think about a question you might want to ask. You've probably got one already. We'll come back to you in a minute. Dreamy section, section F. Here we go. On. This is the one I saved from this is the bit from Saturday. Cool hold there. So there's a quaver upbeat into L. B, ba-dum. It comes from viola. Yeah. They're touching the pencils. A bit late now. There's a drinking game. If you had have chosen one of the people there, every time they touch the pencil, you have a drink. It's probably maybe you should all have a drink now, because they've all touched the Okay. Now, from now on, you choose one, and whenever they do it, you have a drink. You don't drink. You touch your pencil. They drink, but you can drink. Yeah, I don't know. That was really nice. So yes, that B. So that when you heard that little B, it arrived. That was the Saturday melody that I saved. That's where I started.
What type of sausages were you envisaging?
Well, it was a democracy sausage because it was election day, so it was just all of the sausages because it's a democracy. Right. You can be whatever you want. Vegetarian sausages, even. Oh, can you? Yes.
Not so tasty.
Okay, fuck. Oh no, good. If you chose Hayato, have a drink. He just dropped his pencil so he could smash it. All right, now that was very nice. Bit of hand. Let's go from letter G. Bit of hand back and forth. First 4 bars is first, and then we go to viola from the G. 1, 2, 3. Viola. Second violin. Viola. This is the election one here. Plus viola. Second violin has a melody. First. Great, hold there. That was really good. So it's just the chromatic runs is all they are. What I think this piece is. If you saw me like thumping the piano, A, because I can't play it and that's all the best I can do, but B is I think this tune wants to be in like A flat. So sorry about all of the accidentals anyway. Slide up in bar 130 to 131 violins. Yep, just
more.
Yeah. How can we get this out? Is that probably not good writing?
If we slur it, it'll be more.
Yeah, slow it, yeah. Yeah? Okay, good. Pencils. They both touch their pencils. If you chose G1, have a drink. If you chose Hayato, have a drink.
Can I check?
Yep.
From just that phrase at J that comes around a few times, is that a D? I am meant to have a D sharp, but it's like a bit. Is there some
At J?
Yeah, is there a clash with an E? Yeah, that's.
Which one? Where are you?
So at J, I've got.
Second note?
Yeah, is that right?
Oh.
Yeah.
D sharp, E, okay. D bar, yeah, here we see G sharp. Can we just, yeah, that's here, isn't it?
Is it an E that I should, or do you want me to play?
Yeah. Well, it's the same as the, that'll work. It'll work though. Maybe C.
Just do it. Should we go from J?
Go from J, yeah.
Yep, so I'll play it as is.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Did you play the D sharp then, or the?
Yeah.
That's
right.
cool.
Sorry.
Yeah. It was what the composer wanted. Yes, he wanted the D sharp. All right. Has anybody thought of any questions they want to ask anyone? Is anybody confused? Are you all okay? Do you all have a drink? Did you all vote? Kristen over there, yes? My background. Fuck. It's not in composition. It's not studying the piano. 20 years in pubs playing. I have music degrees, but I'm in contemporary voice. It took me until I was 30 to suddenly say I'm a musician. I was something else before that. Let's not talk about that. I spent 20 years in pubs playing drums, bass, and guitar. And I'd studied voice and did a concert with a recital with the string quartet and went far. And I've engineered my life to here. I don't have a fascination with sausages.
Girlfriend. Yeah.
It's just a hangover from election day, which is all about sausages. Could it be cupcakes? Could be cake day, right? Did anyone eat a sausage on election day? Hands up if you ate a sausage. See, it's a fucking myth. No one eats sausages anyway, do they?
Maybe you want to
Jesus.
you to come out.
They cook them, but they don't sell them. Okay. That was all good. We got to N, did we not?
Oh, at end we got a question.
Yes, yes.
Did you want slur and staccato on the second note?
Ah,
Or
yes.
is it da-da?
That's true. No. Other way around. Short, long, so yes, to get rid of the slur on second. Thank you. Yes, get rid of that. Deep bar, beep bar. Get rid of that, get rid of that. Deep da, deep da. Okay.
Straight on.
Straight on N. Thank you, yes.
1, 2, 3.
N for Nelly. Yeah. N for Nelly's not here.
1, 2, 3.
So the tempo's back a bit here at P. Yeah. Tempo's back a bit. I've got Andante written.
Oh,
but
Andante.
yeah, a little, just not too much, just a little to give that sense of the nice. I think it's an E major chord trying to get through. Okay, from into upbeat into P, 2 violins.
2 bars.
Upbeat into P,
Upbeat. 1, 2.
viola. Q. Yeah. All right. Woo, yeah. Okay, that's good. That's the tempo though. That is good. I like that. Thank you. That is the tempo. But yes, good. Thank you. I won't conduct. I'll put my sit on your hands, Dean. I just confuse things when I try. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I've got to stop doing that. I watch videos back on myself and go, what a fucking idiot. Just put your hands down, Dean. Good. Let's try from Q. Yeah, from Q. Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, they're definitely going to touch their pencils now. Down to downs? Yeah, downs.
How many down?
How many downs?
20.
Last 3 or
20. Last 3? Last 2 bars.
last 2?
Last 2 bars. Yes. Last 2 bars. Downs meaning you go down bow because it's got more of that. Right, any other questions? Anybody? Yes, over the back there, sir. I didn't hear that. So how do I?
How do you structure a work that gets added to every day?
How do I that gets added to? Well, yes. Sometimes, as I said before, sometimes it's a complete restart. So the first 150 days I did here, which is what this book's about. I kept there's nothing really like this. This is the first one. Where I did keep a journal of every day a fresh start. So I killed 150 children and refused to develop any of them. Here's day 77, they're all in there. So I kept a diary. It's not about music theory, it's just about the act of showing up and killing the day before. Hard. Very hard. it's fun for a while until you shit your pants. So what I do now, as I said before, that little is in the middle there. I can't sing it now because there's so much other music in my head. But I saved a little melody that I liked from last Saturday and thought I'll use that today as my foundation. But I didn't begin the piece with that. I had to write up to it, and then I write my way out of it. So some days it's just I'm on my way in the car. I've got all these voice memos of me going in my phone. Oh, that'll do. And then I try to decode it when I get in here and go, what the fuck was I thinking? Other times I get here and just sit at the piano and go, oh no, what works? So I think my provocation about creativity, sir, is that if I think, I mean, structures are good if I decide, so I'm going to use a certain scale or a certain key or a certain tempo or something, great, because then you've limited your options. But after a while, you know, you want to write something that isn't a technical thing. You want it to be meaningful. That's where you fall on your face, because you go, well, I'm going to write something about my dog, you know, and then you'd spend 5 days writing about your dog, and on the 5th day you go, oh, I'm sick of the dog. And then there comes a point where you sit at your desk, if writing is your thing, let's use it as a metaphor if it's not, and someone says, I've got nothing to write about. I've got nothing to write. I can't then sit and stare at the blank page for hours. I've got nothing to write about. Nothing. I can't think of anything. We all know what that feels like, and it's bullshit, because you do have something to write about. You can write about having nothing to write about. Or sausages, right? Exactly. You write about sausages and you go, you know, you might think this isn't the cleverest thing I've ever written, but eventually it becomes something else, and you've just got to sort of watch it evolve. So that's what I do. I show up and I just, sometimes it's a fresh start, sometimes it's a melody from yesterday, but for 431 days, just a fresh start, and talking to you good people about the creative act, just showing up. The advantage you have over me is that if you do something you don't like, you don't have to show anyone. Whereas for 430 days, I've been showing you my dirty undies every day I'm here, so that's a bit of a rub. But anyway, I'll get used to that. Any other questions? All good? Any other questions for you? Are you ready to give a Raz from the top? Yep. Okay, we're going to give today a bit. Now, I didn't tell you the whole plan. We'll play it from the top. But there's a treat at the end, because yesterday was really nice. Yesterday now this is a standard string quartet, 2 violins, viola, cello. Yesterday was a bit unusual because it was 2 violas, 1 violin and cello. And I wrote a melody that was featuring the viola, but I've rewritten it this morning to have this ensemble. So I haven't heard yesterday's piece in this format. So we'll play that as well. Good for that? Yes? Cool, we'll do that. And then I'll try and sell you some recordings or a book or something, because that's what we do. Okay. Do you want me? No? Yes?
No, I think we're right.
You're right? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go sit over there while you guys play 31. Here we are. G1, Hayato, Caleb, Brett. Hey! Right. There you go. That was today's piece. No, yesterday. No, it's not a sausage in sight yesterday. We'll play yesterday's piece and then maybe we'll play today's again. And you'll have another drink. Any other questions, anyone? No? Okay. No? Yes, no? Sometimes, I think I think this one managed well. I talked yesterday about the 10%. If I made 100 things in a year, I reckon even if I was doing that thing 4 years, I think that by my old age, you'd probably still only make about 10% of the things that you'd published. Because the rest of it's just fodder and compost for all the other shit. So we do make, in some albums here, 3 volumes of 4pm of the 10%, where we went, yeah! And by doing it every day, you don't get better, and especially if you leave it for 6 months and then you show up like at the back page, you don't get better, you get worse. But this one, I think, might just make the cut. It's a good one. It's a good one. I'll sit here in case. Hang on, I'll just get my... there's 30. Okay.
Give us a temper.
G1. Hayato. Caleb. Brett. Oh, everyone cries. Wow. That was yesterday's piece, and sometimes they're like that, sir, and today they're the dance of the sausages. Okay, let's do it today's again because it'd be fun just to hear it again. Thank you so much. One more thing to go, and then we'll all go home. Thanks for coming to Mona. My name is Dean. Come and talk to me about the recordings that we have, downloads. You can buy this from me or the shop. There's like all 3 albums in there, download codes, and a nice pretty bit of score to take home. It's just absolute steal. I can sign stuff for you, or if you're too embarrassed, you can go to buy at the shop. Here is today's piece, 431. Have a lovely week. Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you again, girl again, the quartet. Yay! Thanks a lot. Safe journey. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.